War is not a movie trailer. It is a sudden, systemic, structural failure. As you read this, the geopolitical friction between Israel, Iran, and the US is no longer a theoretical risk. It is a trajectory. When a drone swarm leaves a launch pad in Isfahan or a hypersonic missile is detected over the Galilee, you do not have days to prepare. You have the time it takes for a notification to hit your screen before the grid becomes a corpse. The transition from suburban comfort to kinetic fracture happens in milliseconds. If the social contract expires tonight, your survival for the next 72 hours is decided in the first 60 minutes. While most civilians are still refreshing their feeds for official updates, the predator is already 2 streets over, calculating your defensive density. Do not wait for permission to survive. This is the clinical blueprint for your first hour of war. Step 1. The cognitive decision. 60 seconds. The single most lethal threat in a conflict zone is nothingness, doing nothing. Freezing at the window or refreshing a digital feed is a death sentence. You have exactly 60 seconds to process the input: sirens, explosions, or sustained gunfire. You make one choice: stay or go. If you are within 10 miles of a military base, power facility, government hub, or primary logistics artery, you are in the primary kill zone. You leave. If you are in a rural area or a reinforced suburban structure, you harden your position. Pick one and commit. Hesitation between these 2 options kills more civilians than the kinetic conflict itself. Step 2. Digital signal exhaust and GPS spoofing. In the fracture, your phone is not a tool, it is a tracking beacon. Cellular networks immediately become surveillance infrastructure. Triangulation of active signals is standard military protocol. Kill your digital footprint. Turn off location services immediately. Your phone's GPS is the first casualty of electronic warfare. It will lie to you. In 2026, digital maps might show you in a safe zone while leading you directly into a choke point or a thermal target area. Trust the paper map or trust the machine to lead you into a trap. Switch to a battery-powered radio for incoming data. It is the only news feed that doesn't broadcast your coordinates. Step 3. Hydration infrastructure. Food is a 21-day problem. Water is a 3-day cliff. Municipal water systems are the first systemic components to fail through power failure, intentional contamination, or direct kinetic strike. The moment you make your stay or go decision, fill every vessel you own. A standard bathtub holds roughly 80 gallons, providing 40 days of drinking water for 2 people. Do this before you pack. Do this before you eat. Water infrastructure fails fast and without warning. The window to collect it may be 10 minutes or 2. Use the tap before it becomes a monument to the old world. Step 4. Kinetic loadout and the currency fracture. Stress hormones narrow your cognitive capacity. You will forget your medication or waste 10 minutes looking for shoes. This is why the 72-hour bag is mandatory. It must live by the door. If you do not have a pre-packed bag, you have 8 minutes to gather essentials in this clinical order: water, medication, documents, cash, food, warmth. Leave the laptop. Electronics are just expensive glass when the grid is a corpse. Cash is king, but only in 1s, 5s, and 10s. No one has change for a $100 bill when the digital banking system freezes. If you cannot buy a gallon of gas with a single bill, you have no leverage. Step 5. The highway choke point. Every civilian has the same instinct: get on the highway and go. Within 20 minutes of a major incident, the interstate becomes a parking lot for targets. You need 3 pre-planned exit routes that avoid major arteries. Back roads, industrial routes, and rail-adjacent paths are your only options. Study them on a paper map, not your phone. Memorize the first 15 minutes of each route. When the roads are blocked or under drone surveillance, the person with the paper map and a secondary route moves while everyone else is standing still. If traffic is gridlocked, staying in a solid structure is almost always safer than sitting in a car on an open road. A car is a structural coffin. Step 6. Structural mass and thermal signatures. Shelter is not about comfort, it is about physics. Establish a defensible interior position. Put as much structural mass between you and the outside world as possible. The interior bathroom on the lowest floor is the safest structural point in most residential buildings. It lacks windows and has higher ceiling support. If you stay, kill the lights. In 2026, a glowing window is a thermal signature for a loitering munition or a drone swarm. Dark is the only camouflage that works against modern overhead surveillance. Close all window coverings to prevent glass becoming shrapnel. Get low. Step 7. Signal windows and rally points. Separation without communication causes families to make suicidal decisions. Establish a physical rally point, a specific address, not a general area. Implement a communication window, 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. Everyone attempts contact simultaneously to conserve battery and minimize signal exposure for triangulation. Text before you call. Texts travel on congested networks better than voice. Keep messages under 20 words. Confirm location, confirm safety, sign off. That is the entire protocol. Step 8. The fog of rumor. By the 45-minute mark, if you have followed this protocol, you are sheltered, hydrated, and your family has a plan. Now comes the hardest part, the waiting. Rumors are more contagious than viruses in the information vacuum of war. Neighbors, social media, and group chats will broadcast unverified, catastrophic lies. Your job is to ignore the noise. Limit intake to official broadcasts only. Give your family one clear, calm update every 30 minutes based only on what you have confirmed. Uncertainty creates fear. Structure creates survival. The first hour is won or lost in the mind before it is won or lost in the street. Subscribe to survive. This is the last log.